heading into week 3. Who do you start? Who do you sit? Who should you buy on the cheap? Who should you sell high? All of that and more. All of it and more.
Top 5 running back. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show.
Smitty.
Yo. Welcome to the show. What is going on, Ryan? What's going on, Zachary? What's going on, BL? Augie? A lot of you are asking where I've been. I haven't been gone that long, you know. It's been, Tuesday and Wednesday I didn't go live. And I've got good reason. The studio has been taking a lot of my time. We're a little bit behind. We still might be at that 14-day mark that I had set out a while ago, but I thought maybe this weekend it would be completely done, and then, could get in by mid-Wednesday, Thursday, something like that. But no, couple snags, nothing big. Just some of the install stuff, some of the air conditioning stuff needs to be reworked and looked at. But soon enough, I'll be in the studio. If I had to guess, I would say probably be in the studio. Let's see, this is week 3 coming up, week 4. We'll say going into week 5. So week 5 content, I hope I'm at least drilling things into the wall, giving you advice and talking to you. So it has been a while, 2 days. I know it seems like a lot longer. What's good, Luke? Smitty, I need extreme help now. Of course you do, James Devlin. Of course you do. But instead of asking you, I post this because this is all I see from you in capital letters as you're yelling at me. What's up, Douglas? What's going on, Chris? Siklan in the house. What's up, Siklan? I started Gesicki over Ingram. Nice job. What did he end up having? Let's pull up the stat line. NFL.com. Super chat already from Zachary. Zachary, thank you, kind sir. I can't thank you enough. You help keep the lights on, bro. Let me screenshot the stats here and put that on the screen. So Dolphins, and so we got that. Nailed it. We're doing it live. Damn it. Doing it live and I messed it up. Doing it live. And then Jaguars. Boom, nailed it. Okay, let me drag these on the screen and let me check out the super chat. You got questions, I've got the answers, so hit me with it. Or at least I'll try and give you a good answer. Zachary says, traded Russell Wilson for Lamar. I love it. I don't care if Russell Wilson's the number 1 quarterback through 2 weeks. Or 3 weeks, whatever. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, even if it's 5 weeks. Don't worry about it. Lamar will be there. Mahomes will be there. I'm trading Wilson for Mahomes or Lamar. Want Hollywood to complete the stack. I like it. Keenan Allen straight up. I'd do it, I guess. Keenan's tough because let's look up Keenan Allen, see what he's been doing. Because to be completely honest with you, I don't know. I don't have everything in my brain at all times. You guys are so funny when I don't have a stat. They're like, oh, you don't know what Keenan Allen did this week. I honestly don't know the exact number. I know he did well in week 2. He had 7 receptions, 10 targets for 96 yards, no touchdowns, but he only had 37 yards in week 1. Keenan Allen, through 2 weeks, if anybody's willing to give up on Keenan Allen after he had 96 yards, I think that's a little premature. Not saying you're giving up on him, but people have said, Keenan Allen's a bench. No. 1 week, he busted in week 1, 4 catches for 37 yards, and people are like, Keenan Allen sucks. Oh my God. Like, I'm not even the biggest Keenan Allen fan, but I find myself defending him. I don't understand how people have these reactions after 1 freaking week. James, just because you're screaming and yelling, you're going to get blocked, dude. You're going to get put in timeout. Not even by my mods, just because you post it over and over. YouTube doesn't like that, bro. Stat line predictions for Sanders and Drake. Also, your boldest prediction for Sunday. Stat line predictions for Sanders. 100 total yards and 50% chance of a touchdown. Drake, same thing. And my boldest prediction for Sunday is that, let's see here. I'm going to try and come up with something good. Boldest prediction for Sunday. I'm going to say Tom Brady finally has the game that everybody's saying is impossible. So I think he has 4 TDs. Gronk has a big game, says Kango. I love that people are giving up on Brady. I love it. we're 2 weeks into football. Like, really, like, what is wrong with people? Why is everybody so quick to write somebody off after not only 2 weeks of football, 1 week of football? You got a lot of you guys are telling me AJ Brown busted after one game, after one half. Again, Zachary, thank you for the super chat, and I think that trade will be fine for you. You'll do just good. You'll do just dandy. Is Hunt a start? Hunt is always a start. He's beating Chubb in points. You got to start Kareem Hunt. Context matters, but I don't see a world where you have Kareem Hunt and you can't put him at your flex. And we don't live in very many environments where you don't have a flex play. Like if you just only start 2 running backs, I could see maybe that being a problem. I traded Kittle and Drake for Kamara and Jonnu. I like that. I would take the Kamara and Jonnu side. Thank God Robinson saved me with Minshew and Gesicki. Who should I get for Nick Chubb? Well, if you've been following my stuff this week, Michael, my main theme has been this. Trade Nick Chubb. Trade David Johnson. Trade Joe Mixon. What do you go after? 2 players. You go get a James Robinson who you can't get anymore. So I've been saying that all week. Go get James Robinson, not straight up, but you get that wide receiver upgrade, that QB upgrade that you can trick someone into getting because you're giving Nick Chubb for James Robinson. You can no longer do that. I've been pushing that all week long. So what you do is you trade Chubb for Robinson and you upgrade your Robbie Anderson into a Mike Thomas because the guy owning Mike Thomas is tired of waiting. And he's willing to deal Mike Thomas now because he's 0-2. That's what you do. Mike Thomas and James Robinson for Chubb. You could have had that. Now you can't. Not necessarily talking to you, Michael. And not everybody owns both of them. I get that. But J.K. Dobbins and Mike Thomas, if they're paired together, that's a fantastic buy now. I'm not saying you give up Chubb, but maybe if you have Mixon or DJ, that works for you. Drop a like if you could, and let me know you're watching the show. Let's drop this link somewhere. Copy the link. Let's post this out. Let's get the people into the building. Let's see. Okay, ask your questions and I'll answer as many as I can. Let me mute this real quick. Share the link. Copy the link. Boom. Okay. Share the link, people. I've been saying McKinnon will feast, paying off for my leagues. Good job. J-Rob is the GOAT, says Carson. Why am I not putting your comments on screen? AJ Brown injury thoughts. I mean, this is another one. Smitty, AJ Brown sucks. Nothing's more telling than that a person doesn't watch football, and I'm not talking about you, Mitchell, when they say AJ Brown sucks. Or the one we got last year, N'Keal Harry sucks. Or David Montgomery sucks. So a lot of the calls that I've made, and I've landed a lot too. You know, I'm not trying to sit here and pat myself on the back for all the calls that I've made, but if we're just going to go out all the ones that I've missed, there are ones I nail, okay, bros? Broskies? Not you, Mike Mitchell, but the people that sometimes try and ruffle my feathers in the comments. Now, N'Keal Harry doesn't suck. We see what N'Keal Harry is capable of. We saw it on Sunday. Montgomery doesn't suck. We saw what Montgomery was capable on Sunday. These are good players in bad situations. Yeah, Marlon, people tell me that all these predictions that don't land, because I make a lot of them, that the players suck. So A.J. Brown, I'm hearing nothing but A.J. Brown sucks. Like, A.J. Brown's been hurt. A.J. Brown, how do you judge A.J. Brown having a bone bruise and sitting out right now? Like, if you watch the game in week 1, he was all over the field, and he almost caught a touchdown pass, and he was running down the sideline completely wide open on an 80-yard route to the end zone, and Tannehill didn't see him. People don't know what they're saying when they say things like A.J. Brown sucks, or A.J. Brown's not going to be good, A.J. Brown's a bust. After 2 weeks of football, and the guy got hurt in week 1, and literally would have had 100 yards and a touchdown had his quarterback even noticed him running down the field. I know woulda, shoulda, coulda is a dumb game. But get real. A.J. Brown doesn't suck. And even if A.J. Brown was out till week 8, which he's not, doesn't mean he sucks. He got hurt. And he could go on a tear when he comes back. A.J. Brown, the update on A.J. Brown is that A.J. Brown is probably 50-50 for week 4. That's not bad. I mean, to be 50-50, when you call someone 50-50, not this week, but the next week, the odds of improvement from that call are probably pretty good. Meaning, if they can call him 50-50 now, in a week from now, he's going to be more healed. I think they're being predictive with it, but at the same time, they're judging him right now, saying he probably won't go this week. Probably isn't, we wouldn't want to push it. We're not even like kind of close, but 50-50. Is he 50-50 for this week? Let me see. I don't know if you're right on that. I hope you're right on that, actually. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I get to take a lap right now. It appears inevitable that Brown will miss his second consecutive game with the bone bruise. At this point, Brown should be considered no better than 50-50 to suit up for week 4. I'm right. You're wrong. I wish you were right. It'd have been a lot better if I was wrong, but I'm not. It's 50-50 for next week. Danny, thank you for the super chat. Singletary, Kelly, Mike Davis, flex, bro. I think Mike Davis is your high risk, high reward player. Kelly is your safe. He got 20 carries last week type of play. So if I'm you and you want to swing big, you go Mike Davis. If you want steady Eddie, you go with a guy not named Eddie. His name's Kelly, but you plug him in there and hope that he delivers. I missed a super chat. Let me go find it. Jordan, I'm sorry. Forgive me, Jordan. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, kind sir. Would you trade Kelly, Carson for Drake, Edmonds? Absolutely. I would do that. I would roll that dice, if you want to call it a dice roll. I mean, it is. Drake isn't exactly blowing up right now, but he's not doing bad. I mean, if we take a look at Drake's stat line, Kenyon Drake, how have you been playing, Kenyon? Let's pull up Kenyon's stat line right now. Why don't we do it live? Good old Kenyon. And let's bring up his game log through the week 8 bye so we can take a look at what his schedule looks like coming up. Let's drag that puppy in. This is Kenyon Drake's game log. Good old Kenyon Drake got 16 rushes in week 1. 3.8 a pop. 20 rushes in week 2. 20 rushes is a lot. 4.3 a carry is not bad. And Kenyon Drake has 1 touchdown. I'd like to see him more active in the receiving game. I think he will be. He plays Detroit in week 3. I think Kenyon Drake has a chance for 15 to 20 carries. I think he has a chance for his first 100-yard game, and he has about a 50% shot, I think, at least at a touchdown on the ground. And I think he catches 3 or 4 passes instead of 2. And I think he has a total, easily gets over 100 total yards in this game against Detroit. Why? I think at some point, teams are going to go, let's stop Kyler Murray from running the football. And Kenyon Drake is going to be less of a focus for defenses. And the Cardinals might be preemptive on that. And I think that you're going to see a little bit of a change of game plan. Not necessarily a big change, but I think you will see Drake just get unleashed a little bit differently, and that'll be good for him. Chris says, if you're mad at my fantasy output so far, drop me and bless someone else for the rest of the season. He's going to go off. Drake this week, 120 and two tutties, says Nick. We got 110 in the room. Hit the thumbs up, please, on your way in the door. I can't tell you how much it helps when you hit the thumbs up. Because you're sitting in there. This is like my story that I tell you, my analogy, where you're on the freeway and there's 4 lanes that are at a deadlock and you're coasting along. You're late for work. You're like, son of a, what is in the road? What is in the road? And you see the lanes. They're all kind of like going like this and scattering around like it's an accident. And you get up there and there's a mattress laying in 2 of the lanes. What do? Do you get out because you're at a crawl anyway, you're not going to get hit, and move the mattress? Throw it to the other side of the freeway so you slow them down? What do? No. A lot of you will drive around it and then it opens up and you just floor it and get to work. Don't do that on the show. Pick up the mattress. Don't pass the buck. Don't do the bystander type situation where you're the bystander effect where you're letting somebody else do it and I'll let somebody else take care of it. Hit the thumbs up, punch it so the fantasy football show gets sent out to everybody. The bigger we get, the more content I can provide you, the more times I can go live constantly. And I'm building, this is not my set, this is not my, if you're new, this is not what my show looks like. This is a wall. Behind the wall, and that's a hard brick wall, is my studio. Right behind here. Like literally right here. This studio is going to be the best studio you've ever seen producing fantasy football content. So get ready. Daryl with the big super chat. Thank you, Daryl. Watson, Wilson, Superflex. I love those quarterbacks, baby. JT, J-Rob. I like those. Look, way to be on the ball. Daryl, what week did you pick up J-Rob? After week 1 or before week 1? Because that's the kind of move that, boom. Like, your team looks so different because you have J-Rob. Like, what a move. What a move. Way to be proactive. I like it. Thielen, Odell, Cooks, Hollywood, Harry, Waller. I like Waller. Yeah, I don't know if you're a championship team. I'd have to agree with you, but you could be. If Akers goes off at all, I think this could be a team. Because then you could trade him. If you could trade away Odell on the high, I don't know if you could. Thielen was like a top 5 wide receiver in everybody's mind after week 1, and I was getting ripped apart for not having him as highly ranked as everybody else had him. And then now you don't hear anybody talking about him like, oh, you could trade Thielen for a top 5 to 10 wide receiver. Nobody's trading him for that. If Thielen gets back to, if he has a big week, I trade him. You make one trade, Daryl, and you're in it, bro. I like the team. Nice work. JP, thank you for the super chat, Daryl. You're helping keep the lights on and you're helping the show grow. 2 super chats, one from Mark Cleveland. Anthony Miller or Bird? Anthony Miller. I need only one wide receiver waiver pickup or all just even. Can you give me more options than that, Mark Cleveland? I think I like Miller, but I need more. I need more options, man. I need to know who. Why is this thing growing? It's it's growing like injuries are growing in the NFL. Let me see if I can get that down. There you go. Mark, send me more options. There's got to be more options than that. Miller's okay though. JP with the super chat. Thank you, JP. JP says Cam or Brady. I think Cam's safer. Jordan with the super and Augie with the super. Thank you guys. I'll put you in line there. And JP was last. Okay. I think you go Cam here. I think it's safe. We don't know about Henderson over Harry until later in the week. If Henderson is going to get I don't know that I'll trust the Rams coaching staff, but if they say we're going to play both running backs evenly or something, or if they say, Malcolm Brown's our guy, you should have an indication before week 3 kickoff whether Henderson's a safe play or not. If he's not a safe play, Harry's probably a tad safer. I might go Cam and Harry. You wouldn't be off base to go Brady and Harry. But I think Brady's going to have a big day. So if you want high risk, high reward, because maybe Brady's going to take another game or two to mesh with his teammates, then I might high risk, high rewards Brady. Cam, steady. Steady Eddie. Steady Cam. Augie, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, JP. Would you trade Eckler for Mike Evans and Jerry Jeudy? Eckler for Mike Evans and Jerry Jeudy. I would take both. I would take Evans and Jerry Jeudy, I think. I like Eckler, but I feel like Evans is a little safer. So if you can weather through that at running back, I'd probably rather have the guy I believe is going to be a top 7 wide receiver on the year, Mike Evans. I think he's safe. I like Eckler, but he worries me a little bit more than I would like to admit. But I still like him. I still buy low, but I feel like that's selling him high. A.J. Brown or A.J. Brown's not playing week 3, but I like A.J. Brown more than... J-Rob's at that value. I'd probably rather have J-Rob. Yeah. James Robinson over A.J. Brown, which is hard for me to say, but I'm just being honest. James Robinson's a running back, and he's top 10. So I'd take him. Jordan, would you trade Dobbins and McKinnon for Monty? You're going to be shocked by this, but I think, yes, I would do it because Monty's got a ton of value right now. Noah says on Insta Live, bro. What are you talking about? I think you can get Dobbins a lot cheaper, Jordan, and I would still try and get him. I think Dobbins is a must-get right now. But Dobbins and McKinnon's going to blow up this week. I bet you could trade... Oh, I'm sorry, you're trading away Dobbins. Shoot. I bet you could wait 1 week and trade McKinnon straight up for Monty. I don't know. Monty did look good. This is a tough one. If you don't need a stash like JK, you don't need to wait. You need somebody now. Monty's not bad. I'd be okay with that. But just, I don't want you to get mad later, Jordan, when I start saying, bro, JK's going to break out. JK's going to be a beast. Sal, Smitty, over the course of the season, Saquon, Mostert, Godwin, Crowder, Montgomery, and Chark have all gotten hurt on me. Man, that's tough. Thomas, that's crazy. I feel bad for you, man. Scotty got mossed. Yeah, Moss didn't have the game I was hoping for. He got hurt, which explains why he was not as active. These injuries suck, man. But have faith in Moss. At some point, I believe he gets in there. Don't cut Moss. And if he gets cut in your league, pick him up. James says, and Mixon's buy low right now. And Mixon's buy low. I wouldn't buy low on Mixon. Okafor, sorry, I haven't answered your question yet. Started Minshew, start Mixon or Kelly and pray. I probably start Mixon, man, but you could make a trade. Obviously, you're not happy with Mixon. I'm not happy with Mixon. I wouldn't draft him. I stayed clear of him. That was one of my bigger stay away players all year long, but Mixon's bound to have a good game here or there. And I think he could maybe have that better game this week. Maybe it's not an explosion, but he could have a good enough game that you could maybe trade him high. And I look to do that. Minshew shaking my head, pooped the bed, says Chav. Yeah, he kind of did poop the bed, man. He was supposed to have 3 TDs in this game. That's what everybody said. And I agreed. Antonio Gibson or Jarvis Landry. Gibson by a lot, in my opinion. I don't believe in Landry. I worry about him getting hurt. He's still coming back from the hip. Worried about Chark? I'm not worried about Chark when he's on the field. Am I mad he's injured? Yeah. Am I upset about that? Yeah. But injuries taking out everyone. Super chat missed sad day. Okay, hold on. Sorry. You weren't that far up there. Sorry, I missed it. I am Chavez says, hey, Smitty, and hit the thumbs up if you're in here with 127 watching. Please hit that thumbs up. Help the show out. I am Chavez says, Big Ben, Tannehill, running back Saquon, Mixon, Robinson, Aaron Jones, Swift. Wide receivers are Juju, McLaurin, Diggs, Green, Waller, Cooks. Any trades to improve? So I assume this is a dynasty league because you've got Saquon in this, unless you're just listing them so that I know you lost them. But if it's dynasty, honestly, this is going to be tough to say because I like him a lot. But I probably trade James Robinson away on the high just because there's a good shot, good chance that he's at his highest peak that you'll ever see. No, you said Mixon for DJ. Someone yesterday first. Mixon, you said Mixon for DJ. I don't remember that, bro. And it's possible I changed my mind, Noah, but I don't remember that. I try and trade J-Rob for a lot, like some struggling, like Mike Thomas is out. Trade J-Rob for, if it's dynasty, Mike Thomas. If it's not not dynasty, if it's redraft, don't trade Mike Thomas or don't trade J. Robinson for Mike Thomas. Trade someone like Diggs for Mike Thomas and something. Or you could trade J. Robinson for Mike Thomas and like something like J.K. Dobbins or somebody you feel is going to be as good as James Robinson at some point this year. I firmly believe J.K. Dobbins will be James Robinson's level of talent. We just don't know when. And anybody willing to say he won't be, give up on him, Smitty. J.K. Dobbins is nowhere near James Robinson. James Robinson has played 3 games, and I love him. But don't tell me that J.K. can't be as good in Week 7 on. And don't tell me Zach Moss is busted because he didn't break out in Week 2 as a rookie. Like, calm down, everyone. Pump the brakes. We're still not even 3 weeks into this. 2 teams have played their Week 3 matchup. We are literally still, aside from those 2 teams and the players on those teams, we're literally 2 weeks into the year. 2. Thank you, Nady, for the super chat. I appreciate you. NFL teams right now in order. I don't even know how to do that right now, JP. Let me pull up the standings and try and even figure this out. If I had to pick, let's start with the NFC. I'm just going to do this quick. I'm going to say if I had to rank the NFC teams, I'm going to say, wow, this is tough. Seattle, and you can come at me all you want. Seattle. I still believe the Saints are in the top 5. I'm going to give you my top 5. I don't know if they're the exact order, but Seattle, New Orleans, I don't care if they're 1-1. They still have 1 win. I would say, God, I can't believe Falcons are still 0-2. They look so good, but they're 0-2. I mean, their offense is elite. Green Bay, the Cardinals. Come at me if you want. And you can come at me hard on this one. I don't care. We're 2 weeks in, and they have one win. Tampa Bay. I still think Tampa Bay, they're going to put it together. I don't care how Tom Brady looks to you. Tampa Bay is going to put it together and be in the top 5 coming out of the NFC. At me, come at me, whatever you want. This is tougher going over to the AFC, believe it or not. You've got the Bills, not in any particular order on this one. The Bills in the top 5. Believe it or not, AFC South, I don't think any of the teams are going to hang. Kansas City, so you got Buffalo, New England coming out of the East, and you've got Kansas City. LA's like in the mix to try and get in there, but they're not in that 5. I've got Baltimore. Well, maybe it's LA and Pittsburgh fighting for that last spot. So New England, Buffalo, Kansas City, and then I would say the Ravens. Then it's Pittsburgh and LA. Those are my top 5 from each side. NFC, AFC. Take it for what you will. Could it change? Absolutely. I reserve the right to change my mind as the season unfolds. We're 2 weeks in. Super chat. Thank you, Sherman. A-Rob, Evans, McLaurin. Do I sit A-Rob this week? I start McLaurin and Evans until A-Rob shows he's alive. I didn't really answer this question. I'm sorry, Chavez. Thank you for the super chat, Derek. I'm going to get to it 1 second. Derek's a baller. Find out what you can get for J-Rob. Find out Aaron Jones, too. I am Chavez. Trade Aaron Jones now. You have really good players that are sell high. You know, I trade Mixon, even though I know you won't be able to sell him ultra high. But I definitely trade Aaron Jones for like Mike Thomas and J.K. Dobbins. If it's Dynasty especially, but if it's not, I'm gonna get more in redraft. But if that's Dynasty, I look to do something like that. You're getting Mike Thomas. If it's redraft, I bet you can get Mike Thomas, and you could have got James Robinson if he had that combo. But that's the kind of value I go get. You get somebody that thinks, I'm getting Aaron Jones and I'm giving them only James Robinson, and I can't use Mike Thomas right now. I'm 0-2. Like, that's how you get crafty. You trade a guy on the high. So I am Chavez. If you could list off a couple of scenarios, I'll try and hit you up and respond. Derek, I'm 1-1. Team is Dak and Brady. Running backs are Cook, Eckler, Joshua Kelly, Mike Davis. Great pickup on Mike Davis. Wide receivers are Hill, Ridley, Lamb, John Brown, Cole, Goddard. Is this a 2 QB league? I'm pretty sure it is based on the way you listed the quarterbacks, and they're pretty big names. Cook, Eckler. I like that you're cuffing the 2 running backs. Mike Davis might be your flex this week, by the way. Hill, Ridley. God, yeah, that's a good team, man. I like your receivers, Hill and Ridley. The only player I look to trade maybe is potentially Eckler and just get into a safer player, but that's me. You know, if you could get like a Mike Evans or a Mike Thomas, for example, I might trade Eckler for Mike Thomas and something. That's my thing right now. McCaffrey too. Like, you could go after McCaffrey, trade Eckler straight up for McCaffrey, plug Joshua Kelly or Davis in. Like, if you can get McCaffrey and you have confidence that he'll return in 4 or 5 weeks, whatever, and you can start Mike Davis in his place, otherwise you're putting Eckler in there and putting Mike Davis on your bench, why would you not want McCaffrey and Davis for 15 starts or 14 or whatever over Eckler all year? Like, it's a no-brainer to me when you can get Mike Davis in there and get McCaffrey. So that's what I would work on. Get Mike Thomas, get Christian McCaffrey, bro. And thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you big time. Hit the thumbs up on your way in the door. 145 in the room. How many thumbs up do we have on YouTube? Somebody report back. Zeke is the number one running back right now. Jose, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. That's not a reckless statement. I like Clyde. I know everyone's forgot about week 1 already because week 2 happened and Clyde didn't go crazy. So therefore, he's not the real deal. That's what everybody thinks. If it wasn't so late, I would megaphone that right now with that voice. Elliott, Clyde, Elliott, Kamara, Clyde, Elliott. You could make a case for any of those guys. Let's see. I'll check the likes. Bro.
Our current president has failed. He's failed.
No, Joe.
We can't deal with an economic
Stop, Joe. 92 thumbs up. Let's get that number a little higher. Someone said he sees 6 likes. No, we have 92. We have 92. Maybe you're on Twitter. If you're on the Twitter, could you hit the like button as well? I know that ad of Joe. What's up, W? Joe Biden. I'm not going to get political in here, but Joe Biden. I don't know if he knows where he is. Okay, start Bortles or Driscoll. Neither, bro. Dylan, you got to have better options than that. You have to have better options than that. If not, explain what happened to your team. Smitty, start Connor or Mixon. Mixon probably. If not, McCaffrey will be done, and you'll be holding the bag. What does that mean, Xavier? Traded Miles Sanders for Tyreek. I'm okay with that. Voting Biden or Trump. I'm not getting in that boat, bro. I'm not getting in that boat. CeeLo's call. Sleepy Joe. Is trading Henry worth? I don't know. Super chat. Okay, sorry. Zeke is the number one running back right now. I already got to that one. Did I miss another one? Jordan says maybe this one. Jordan. Carson for Eckler. I have Kelly, or rather Drake. I think you're saying trade Drake. Let me try to answer that question. I trade Carson for Eckler. Absolutely. You have Kelly. That's cool. I mean, that backs you up in case like Eckler goes down, or if Kelly goes down, Eckler is going to ball. But would I rather have trade Carson for Drake? Yes, I'd rather have Drake. I'd rather have Drake and Kelly than Eckler and Kelly. So go get Drake if that helps you, Jordan. Hopefully I answered your question. I don't see another. Oh, I do. Sorry. God, you guys sneak it in there. And I don't think I missed another super chat. I did. Mark Cleveland. And I got JP's the top 5 teams. I think I'm caught up. Yeah, I got that one. Okay. So I think I'm caught up now. Mark Cleveland with another. Thank you, Mark. Robert with another. Okay, let me get to these super chats. Evans, McLaurin. Do I sit A-Rob this week? Oh, I already did that one. I sit A-Rob. And thank you again for the super chat. Bourne, Samuel, Vaughn, Van Jefferson, or something else. I don't know. I think you gotta have another option out there, bro. There's got to be something. Can you? I don't like any of those options. You play. I've never heard Mark Cleveland. Your leagues have to be the most competitive because like the names you give me are the deepest I've ever heard. Like these names are so deep. Dynasty leagues don't even draft them sometimes. Like Van Jefferson, I think he's probably in a lot of deep dynasty leagues, but this is a crazy list of guys to throw at me. I don't think I like any of them. I'd rather get a backup, or not a backup. I'd rather get a decent tight end if they're on waivers and plug them in as my flex or wide receiver if you're allowed to, versus going with one of these guys. Give me a list of the top 10 wide receivers left, Mark, by projection. And I'd love to help you with that. Robert, who should I start in my flex? Ronald Jones, Hines, or should I put a wide receiver Jerry Jeudy in or Humphreys? If Judy's playing, I'd go Jeudy. Ronald Jones is an okay start, but Fournette's going to get more work this week than he did last week, even though he's ultra productive. He's going to get more carries. Hines, I don't know. He's predictable right now. I would stay away until you know more, until we get a feel, because he vanished in week 2. And then Jerry Jeudy's a beast, man. He's just got to be playing. Thank you for the super chat. Mark Cleveland, I have Kelly and Eckler. Trade for a good wide receiver or keep both. 12-team league, 3 wide receiver league. It's thin. I go after Evans with Eckler, and then you could start Kelly. I go after Mike Thomas with Eckler. I try and get something back that I can use for a little bit until Mike Thomas gets back. I trade Eckler for Christian McCaffrey if you can weather through that. Let's look up McCaffrey's injury status, though, just to make sure. McCaffrey. Let's look up Eddie Boy. So, he'll be out at least 3 games. The timetable is 4 to 6 weeks. Nothing's changed. Most likely going to be back, I'd say, like week 6, 7, or 8. And that's going to be enough time for you. You're going to have 9, 10 weeks at Christian McCaffrey. So if you trade Eckler for him and get something, I think he'll be pretty happy. As long as you're not like 0-2. If you're 0-2, it makes it harder. I'd probably go after Mike Thomas more than Christian McCaffrey. I'd probably go after running backs that are on the cheap, like, let me pull some up real quick. Some running backs to target for week 3 on that are cheaper than they should be. I would say number 1, Kenyon Drake. Number 2, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I go after Clyde hard in a lot of leagues because everybody's so quick to just get upset over 1 week. Like, he had a monster week 1, didn't do much on week 2, and everybody's like, oh, maybe it's not a real deal. 1 week went by, and he didn't explode. Gibson's a good buy low, but not for Eckler. You were asking about wide receiver, though. So for Eckler, if I was doing a straight wide receiver trade, I probably would roll with Evans. I would go after, as I said, Mike Thomas and more. Godwin's interesting. Adams after a bad week 2. Because everyone and their mother thought Adams was the number 1 wide receiver, and I'm not saying he isn't. But 3 catches for 36 yards, people got all upset. I mean, he had 2 TDs and 156 in week 1 off 14 receptions, and he has a bad week 2, and everyone's like, oh my God, maybe I need to sell him high. Mike with the super chat. Thank you, Mike. I'm going to read this one off. Already got that one. Okay. Thank you again, Robert. Thank you again, Mark Cleveland. Mike says, lost Barkley, traded A-Rob and Ronald Jones for Hunt. I'm okay with that. That's high risk, high reward, though. You got to know that, but I like the upside. Odell, Diggs, McLaurin, Fuller. I don't think you overpaid. I just think the Barkley thing hit you hard. Nothing wrong with A-Rob and Ronald Jones for Hunt, but you're still lacking like one big move in order to get in the mix, bro. I would sell high on Diggs while you can. You can't really sell high on anything else. Odell maybe, but if you could sell Diggs for like McCaffrey right now. I mean, if you're 0-2 though, I don't know if you can weather through it though. Mike Thomas isn't a bad option for trading Odell if you could get away with that. I'd do that right now. I'd trade Odell for Mike Thomas straight up and just try and figure out a way to get a couple like 2 wins out of the next 4 weeks. That's tough though. Monty, you could sell Monty high. Keep Moss, don't drop him because you're going to need something like that. Mike, you're going to need something big to pop off in order to win. I'm just telling you, man. But don't give up. Keep at it. If you can get like Moss to turn into a top 10 running back, boom, you're in it, bro. Getting Mike Davis would have been a huge land for you. I wish you would have got Mike Davis on the waiver wire. AJ Green and Edelman get the same amount of targets. The difference is Edelman gets receptions, says JP. Nady, what's up, Nady? Thank you for the super chat. I have Austin Eckler and handcuffed Joshua Kelly. Could you see using Eckler in running back 2 and Kelly in the flex? I could, but you could get hit hard if they don't have a big game at all on the ground, and you could get a couple losses that way. I'm not saying to not start both. I'm not saying to trade both. The price has got to be right, but I like both individually. Try and maybe just test the trade waters a little bit and see what you can get for Eckler, because there's no shame in starting. And the thing is, you could have probably got James Robinson and some for Eckler before the game, but tonight James Robinson vaulted into untouchable territory given the cost. Thank you for the super chat, Jose. I have Jonnu and Kittle on the way. You traded for Kittle, I assume. Who can I get for Jonnu? Looking for a wide receiver. I have Ridley, Woods, Hollywood Brown, A-Rob, and Boyd. I trade Jonnu and A-Rob straight up for I'm sticking with the same thing. Mike Thomas. I trade A-Rob for Mike Thomas straight up. I trade Jonnu and A-Rob for Mike Thomas and something. I trade Jonnu and A-Rob straight up for Adams if the Adams owner freaked out after week 2. Tyreek Hill's a good buy low using that combo, but I do get out of Jonnu if you have Kittle there, or to try and just get an edge. You know what I mean? I understand that Kittle's not back yet, and he probably won't play this week if I had to guess. I had Dr. Raj on, and he talked about how Kittle probably won't play this week, but the Niners keep it close. They don't like to share it, but I definitely what's up, big timer? Thank you, Joe, for the super chat, man. I always appreciate you. How do you feel about Hollywood Brown this week? I love Hollywood Brown every week, Rob. I don't discriminate based on the week. Hollywood Brown always gets my attention. My eyes are bloodshot. I'm tired. I don't sleep enough. This whole new studio build on top of my shows and everything I'm doing is exhausting me. That's why I took about 2 days off. Not because I planned it. I just got to the end of my day with content and questions. And you guys, a lot of you don't know this, but I answer questions all day long. I have my sleeperu.com where you can subscribe to my email advice, and I answer emails like all day long. I do the content rankings over there and the articles, and I'm writing an article right now about buy lows. So make sure you subscribe over at sleeperu.com. I also, if you want to become a YouTube exclusive member, get on over to my YouTube main page. You're there right now, and you click on the main front page of it. Click join now and become an exclusive member. And I told all of you I'd try and go live Thursday after the game on Zoom, but with the studio stuff, it's been hard, and I do vow to have Thursday and Sunday live Zoom calls, and I can do one tomorrow to make it up to you guys. So yeah, ironic. Sleeper you. I don't sleep. I should put no sleeper you. No sleep for you. Ironically, Joshua Kelly, Mike Davis for Hunt. Yeah, I'd take Hunt. I like Mike Davis a lot, but he's got a shelf life. Joshua Kelly, I like him, but I take Hunt, bro. I take Hunt. That's a good one. Mike Davis, Leonard Fournette. Probably Fournette. I like Mike Davis, but shelf life. DK and Kelly or Godwin, 0.5. I'd probably go DK and Kelly. I like DK enough. He's close enough to Godwin and maybe even as good, and you get Kelly. You know, if it was different, you know, if it was like Keenan Allen or Godwin, that'd be different. But I think DK is going to be huge all year. Pittman versus Kirk. Probably Pittman, which means Kirk will go off. Kango says, get some rest. Yeah, I will. I'll sleep tonight. I'll sleep like a baby. I'll sleep till like 10 a.m. I'll sleep until like 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'll go to bed at like midnight tonight, my time, which will be 3 a.m. Eastern, and I'll sleep until 10. I get my sleep on Friday mornings pretty much for the whole week. I rest up. Woods, Edelman, or Gage at wide receiver 2. Woods. You don't sit Woods. JP will tell you Edelman, but I go Woods. Rob, Galladay, Evans, and Edelman, says Ryan. Trade Dalvin Cook for JT and DJ Moore? Probably. As much as I love Dalvin Cook, JT's right there, man. And you're getting DJ Moore. You know, you're going to see an article from me very soon. And you're going to get content. I'm probably going to create this video tomorrow. But you guys get extra exclusivity to my ideas and what the shows are going to be about when you watch my lives. But I believe that the video is going to be that COVID is presenting a different kind of trading environment, or I think strategy we should all be taking. And that strategy is this: Cook. Just like that, where was that? Cook for Smitty gonna fall asleep on the toilet? Does it look like I'm in the bathroom? I can't wait for my studio. I'm so close. Oh, thank you, Petty, with the super chat. What was I saying? Oh, the video. And then I'll answer Petty's question. I can't find the comment anymore. It's already up there, 25 comments. Hit the thumbs up on your way in, by the way. But when you can trade Dalvin Cook for a JT and get a DJ Moore, you're diluting one player into two. And the running back, now I feel like, yeah, I look like I'm on the can. Thanks for ruining my temporary set. Now that's all I'm going to think about. But when you can get a JT who's not that far from Dalvin Cook, some would argue JT's better, and you get a DJ Moore, it's called diluting your talent into perceived lower value players, but really in reality it's not that much of a downgrade at all. You're diluting, you're minimizing your risk in a COVID year, in a year where it's not really a matter of if Dalvin Cook gets hurt, it's when. It's not a matter of how much time does this player or that player have until they get hurt. It's a matter of when. Like, there will be a few players that escape injury. It could be Zeke. It could be Clyde. It may not be Clyde. It may not be Zeke. But we might see literally 20 out of the top 34 players miss at least 1 or 2 games minimum. And I think if you go get a JT and a DJ Moore for Dalvin Cook, you're putting yourself in a much better position to weather through injuries all year, and you're not really downgrading. So I really like that idea in that trade, and it fits my theme for this video, which you'll hear later this week. And I might use that example in the video because I think it's a good one that coincides with what I'm talking about. Okay. Petty, thank you for the super chat. Hit the thumbs up, people. Hey, Smitty, I need a tight end. Eifert, Graham, or on waivers, Atkins. I'd probably go Ollie Cox. I'm not sold on Sample yet. I think Sample looks too much like Andy Dalton's cousin or son, and I can't shake it. But those aren't great options, I'll be honest with you. But Ollie Cox at least has a bunch of upside, according to a lot of people. And let's pull up his stats on. Last week he had 5 receptions for 111 yards, but the interesting part is he had 11 targets, which is good. We're talking about Ollie Cox, the tight end for the Indianapolis Colts. He's an ex-basketball player, which bodes well because that's the typical tight end frame and body style now is an ex-basketball player or a college basketball player. His 111 yards were 3 times as many as any Colts wide receiver in week 2, as well as 3 times as many as his previous career high. The highlight was Ollie Cox's 27-yard grab with 14:31 remaining as he went up high on Holton Hill. So with Doyle banged up, and his Doyle status still is he's got an ankle injury, I think. Ollie Cox has an open door to potentially having playing time that gets built upon. If he does well, Ollie Cox will continue to get more work. A lot of people don't know who he is. I'm surprised a lot of people in here even know who he is. He gets picked up in a lot of leagues, and a lot of people still say when you pick him up, who the hell is that? He's the tight end for the Indianapolis Colts. Sample or Hawk? I'm going Hawk, Dylan. I'm going Hawk all day long. Legion says, thanks for James Robinson. That's right, baby, because that's how we roll here at the Fantasy Football Show. Legion, you're welcome. And he's a league winner, bro, potentially. Legion. Legion's the man. Thank you, Petty, for the super chat, and I would go get Ollie Cox. 172 of you in the room, you fine people. All I ask is if I've helped you at all, don't pass the buck to the next person and say, let them I'm just going to watch. It literally, it's all I ask of you because it lets more people know about this show and it helps me deliver more content. If you want me out of the toilet, if you want Smitty live streaming away from the restroom and out of the toilet, hit the thumbs up. Super chats are welcome too. Talk says that there's a super chat up here. Sorry. Diggs, Woods, McKinnon. If people don't know that Jet equals McKinnon, people call him Jet. Diggs, Woods, Jet, McKinnon, Hunt, Singletary for A.J. Brown and Ridley. Whoa, wait a minute. Diggs, Woods, McKinnon, Hunt for Singletary. Oh, and Singletary for A.J. Brown and Ridley. Is it Reed? Okay, I'm going to answer it both ways because I probably won't even see your response. Holy smokes, man. Woods, Diggs. Let's keep this in perspective. I would trade Woods and Diggs for Ridley. I just would. Maybe some people wouldn't. I would. I mean, we could be 2 weeks away from feeling very differently about Diggs or confirming that he is a top 12 wide receiver. Ridley's top 5. Ridley's top 3 right now. And A.J. Brown, I believe, will equal Hunt and Singletary later. So I will probably say Ridley. Give me Ridley and Brown. I think Ridley and Brown could be the 2 best players in the deal come week 8. And you want to doubt A.J. Brown all you want. A.J. Brown haters out there. What's untold? I'm okay with you doubting A.J. Brown. Hold my beer. I'll go pick him up because someone is going to drop him after 3 weeks and get mad. And I'm going to say, hold my beer. Watch A.J. Brown. I don't care if they came out and said A.J. Brown's out until week 8. I'm going to be mad, guys. I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be mad because I don't have what I consider to be a top 10 easy, but top 5 to 10 wide receiver in my lineup. I'm not mad because he's a bust. I'm not mad because I'm worried about his future. He has a bone bruise in his knee. He'll be okay. I have Aaron Jones, Drake. Thank you, AA, for the super chat. I have Aaron Jones, Drake, Sanders, and Josh Jacobs at running back, but AJ Green, Deontay Hilton, and Parker. That is weak at wide receiver, but bro, it's weak for a reason. You have Aaron Jones, Drake, Sanders, and Josh Jacobs, Jingleheimer, Schmidt. The question is, can you start all of them? If you can start all of them, trading one for a wide receiver is just going to create one hole and fill another. I don't know that I force anything, but I do feel like if you can get the right 1-for-2 deal, then it makes a lot of sense. So if you're to trade away Sanders on the high, or Aaron Jones, probably even better, you can trade Aaron Jones for, my example that I use a lot, you can't do anymore because James Robinson just completely solidified his elite production. But James Robinson and a Mike Thomas is something I would have done for Miles Sanders. Or Aaron Jones, I probably would have done that too, and you can't do that anymore. So the big question, Double A, is who does the Mike Thomas owner have at running back? Or who do they have at quarterback, and can you upgrade into a Mahomes or a Lamar? A lot of people are trading Mahomes and Lamar. I don't know why, but they're freaking out after 2 weeks, and I definitely jump on that all day long. And twice on Sundays, bro. Oh, I just exited out of Super Chat. JP, thanks for bringing down Aaron Jones' ADP. I appreciate it. You bet, bro. You bet, JP. Anything for my fellow fantasy football show members, man. I'm done with you. I don't got time for jokes. Who are you talking to, Noah? Tannehill versus Minnesota or Drew Brees versus Green Bay? Give me Drew Brees. I'm playing the odds that Brees outscores Tannehill. I'm not riding the Tannehill train just yet. Smitty, should I trade Mixon for David Johnson and CeeDee Lamb? I'm assuming it's redraft. If it's dynasty, please indicate that ahead of time so I can answer your question right, because I may not see the response you give if I ask a follow-up. So I'm going to answer this from both perspectives, James, because I don't know what you're asking. Smitty, should I trade Mixon for David Johnson and CD? If it's redraft, I'm going to say I'd rather have Mixon, but I still try and sell Mixon high. I just think Mixon will retain his value maybe higher than David Johnson for longer, and that gives you more time to trade him away. Although, if David Johnson has a big week 3, he might have more value than Mixon briefly. Kind of tough to know which running back has more trade value, because ultimately I'm not keeping either. I'm trading Mixon high, or I'm trading David Johnson high. If it's dynasty, that's tough because I like CeeDee Lamb a lot, but I like Mixon way more than DJ in dynasty. And I don't even like Mixon. I still sell Mixon or DJ. I do not keep either one. McLaurin, JT for Derrick Henry and McLaurin. You got to take Henry and McLaurin. I love JT, but Henry's ranked ahead of JT right now. So you're getting Henry and McLaurin. You're getting the best player in the deal in Henry, in my opinion. I think JT can get there. But this is the kind of trade, Scott, that you trade Henry away for JT and McLaurin. I'm surprised you're telling me that it's the other way around, because Henry has more value according to most people. Just traded JT for Derrick Henry and McLaurin. Oh, Smitty. Okay, so now you're updating me. You're updating me like literally 5 messages later. You already pulled it off, Scott, you wild man. Smitty! Let me do the voice. Smitty! I traded JT and Derrick Henry. JT for Derrick Henry and McLaurin. I think you did well. As I just mentioned, Henry's got more value than JT, even though they're very arguable. And you're getting McLaurin. Bro. You dropped it. You dropped it, bro. You dropped it. You dropped it, Scotty. I'll chug the rest of this Coke if someone does a $9.99 or higher super chat. And I'll chug it without hands. I'll put it in my mouth and then chug it. That's what I expected to hear, Noah says. DJ going to have a hard time against the Steelers. Yeah, I mean, that's another good point. It might that big gaming that happened this week. I'm saying, in general, if he does well. I like that trade, Scott. It's very impressive. Hit the thumbs up, please. And I feel like we're frozen. Are we frozen? We're doing it live. My internet's been ever since the construction and the building of the studio. My internet, I gotta have the cable lines like redone because everything is just not working yet. I hope we're not. Are we still live? I think we're still live. Stupid thing. Okay. Next question. Hit me. Hit me with it. In the words of A-Rod, relax. Relax, JP says. Get Gaskin before it's too late, I believe. Why am I adding an S on the end of that? By the way, I just took a COVID test. Well, I took a COVID test over 24 hours ago. And I don't have it. So we're good. We're good for now. Smitty's late night runs aren't putting him at risk. Or my live streams out and about. All the comments paused, so I don't know what the hell is going on with the live stream. We're doing it live. I'm trying to see if I'm not getting any of the comments anymore. Damn it. Oh, well, I'll reply here on YouTube. I can see the YouTube comments. James Robinson or Joe Mixon rest of season. Matt, I'm gonna go with James Robinson, bro. Would you trade McKinnon, Dobbins, or James Robinson for Deontay for Sanders and Edelman? I probably would rather have Sanders, but is Hunt, Juju, and Edelman good for MT? It's a lot for MT. I think you should be getting something back. Hi, Snotty. Hi, Smotty. What's up, Felix? Hunt, Diggs, Singletary for Drake. Hunt, Diggs, Singletary for Drake. No, it's too much. I'd rather have Hunt, Diggs, and Singletary. What's up, Felix? Pick 2. Galladay, A-Rob, Edelman. Smitty, put fingers over your mouth when you do the Bane voice. Also for the studio. Bane voice, let's see. All right, you're up. Oh, Jordan, is this for the chugging? Damn it. Jordan. All right, ready? There we go. Doing it live. And it burns. That was for the $9.99 super chat. Thanks, sir. Thanks for burning my eyes. Put your fingers over your mouth and do the Bane voice. You were born in the dark. I was molded by it. I don't know. That's my new profile pic. Petty is a member of the YouTube. I could see it because of the avatar. Congratulations, Petty. Petty is a new member of the YouTube exclusive. You missed a few super chats. Okay. I can't see the comments anymore. Let me scroll up. I think I could see them. Okay, here we are. Smitty, put your fingers over the vein. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Trade Eckler for Clyde and Jules. Juju? Who's Jules? Trade Eckler for Clyde. First of all, I would trade Eckler for Clyde alone. So if you're getting somebody else at all, I don't care if it's a kicker. You're taking Clyde. Take Clyde for Eckler. Who's trading you Clyde, bro? Thank you for the super chat, Jordan. I think Jordan wanted me to chug that. That's why he said you're up. And if I missed another super chat, can somebody please post it because I don't see it. Oh, Edelman, Jules. Yeah, I mean, I take Clyde. I take Clyde over that anyway. JT's Jonathan Taylor. Scotty, stop being a creep. I'm never showing that message, says MT. Scotty, what are you writing? Don't do it, Scotty. Not to mention YouTube, you don't want to get caught up in any of that. I just traded Kelly and Mike Davis for Hunt. I like that. Hey, Smitty traded Mark Ingram and Kupp for DJ Chark and Kittle. So you traded Mark Ingram and Kupp for... Yeah, I like Kittle. I like Kittle and DJ Chark. I have faith in DJ, man. Smitty, I traded Mark Andrews and DJ for Mostert and Ertz. Guys, did I miss... Oh, Petty, MT was saying, like, fire, like, great job subscribing to the exclusive members. He was just giving you props for being an exclusive member. And for anybody wondering why Petty has that orange headphone emoji or icon next to the screen name is because when you become an exclusive YouTube member, you get that icon and you get a couple more icons. So, if I missed a super chat, would somebody please post it? I'm so mad that my comments aren't loading anymore. That's annoying. Do not spam or you'll go in timeout, says Big Timer. Would you trade McKinnon, Dobbins, or Robinson for Deontay and Sanders? Yeah, that's what I answered. Hold on. Smitty, should I trade Gurley and Dobbins for a better running back too? I probably would. It depends on what you can get, though. Ridley for Sanders and PPR. I take Ridley in a heartbeat. Everybody should be taking Ridley. How do I do on this trade, Smitty? Jose said. Jose, I don't see the trade though. What is the Dobbins breakout? Would you start Ingram this week? When is Dobbins breakout? Sorry. I don't know, man. Wouldn't shock me if it was a couple weeks from now. Wouldn't shock me if it's this week. Sometimes we don't see the breakout coming and we're not warned about it. So I just get him now. Put him on your bench unless he's your best option and you've been hit with injuries. But get him now, put him on your bench and wait. Kyler, DK, thank you, Okafor. Kyler, DK, Hunt, J-Rob, or Watson, Jacobs, Green, Hollywood, Brown. Kyler. So you have Kyler versus Watson. Kyler's better. DK versus Jacobs. Jacobs is better. Hunt. Kyler, DK, Hunt, and J Rob are better. That's a better group. Robinson top 20 dynasty pick yet? Or I don't know if we're there yet, but I think we're pretty close. But that can change quickly. Carlton, trade Aaron Jones for Melvin Gordon and Cup and Ertz, no. I keep Aaron Jones or trade him higher. Trade Evans and Drake for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I think that's too much to give up. I love Clyde, but that's a lot, man. Kango is trying to work his magic. Doobie, I go Monty. Smitty, what do you think? I'm just reading Scott's message. I don't know if I go Monty. I don't know the question. Eli says, just traded Henry, Evans, and Keenan for Mostert, Juju, and Woods. I'd probably rather have Henry, Evans, and Keenan myself. Sorry. Super chat from me, Jordan says, pick one, John Brown, Fournette, Gage, Slayton, McKinnon, or Mike Davis. Pick one, John Brown, Fournette. Fournette stands out by a lot. McKinnon kind of does this week too. Maybe Mike Davis. Crap. As I started to read, I'm like, these are all good. If you super chatted, please let me know. I see a new super chat right now, but if I missed your super chat, let me know. I think Fournette's probably the safest, and I think after that, I would say McKinnon or Mike Davis. Mike Davis might be the most risky but highest reward. Fournette feels safe. I think they're going to feed him, and he's got a lot of TD potential. McKinnon's kind of the same boat. High risk, high reward is that's a tough one, bro. Matt with the super. How would you re-rank your top 5 rookies with everything that's happened? Well, I don't even need to do that, bro. I've got my super rookie rankings in my rankings at sleeperu.com. But I'll pull them up right now for you, bro. We'll go at it right now. If everything loads. Freaking internet. I need to make sure I get it all rewired perfectly, or get some Orbeez around this mug. As I'm adding on, the house is getting, slightly bigger, and there's a brick wall in between the studio, and I'm moving stuff. My rookie running backs are Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I still have him ahead of Jonathan Taylor by a bit. I know a lot of people are closing that gap, but not me. J.K. Dobbins is still my number 3. Gibson is still my number 4. Nothing's changed over the last week. Swift, Zach Moss, A.J. Dillon, Akers, they're all right there, man. And then Robinson. Sorry. One second. So now Robinson hasn't been inserted there yet, so we got to insert Robinson. Why is he not showing up on the rookie rankings? Where do we put Robinson? You guys are going to help me do this live. For whatever reason, he wasn't getting inserted in. I got to fix that glitch. Where do we put Robinson? We're talking about rookie rankings only, because he's a rookie. He's an unsigned rookie. 2020 is his first year. Do we put Robinson? This is tough. 165 in the room. Hit the thumbs up on your way in the door. Hit it now. If you've been here for a half hour, hit it. Why are you not hitting the thumbs up button? Help your boy Smitty out. Okay, so we got Clyde, we got JT, we got, is it James Robinson before J.K. Dobbins? Do we put James Robinson number 3? Kind of have to at this point. I gotta edit. I don't know why he's not showing up on the rookie rankings. I gotta tweak that. But James Robinson might be the number 3. I like J.K. more. I think J.K. is going to be as good as Robinson. I'm gonna be a little bold here, because I know a lot of you are gonna be like, Robinson's the clear 3. I'm gonna put J.K. 3 still. I'm gonna put Robinson 4. But I'm not mad at any of you that have Robinson number 3. The number 1. Not putting him over Clyde, bro. Put Robinson at 3 right behind Taylor, says JP. Thank you for the super chat. I'm going to put him right behind JK, but I think it's arguable for sure. You could definitely argue with JP. But thank you, Matt, for the question. That's a great topic. Let me fix that now while I've got you all here, and then I'm going to refresh it and screenshot that mug. So Robinson, James Robinson, let's type that in. Where is he at? There he is. Why isn't he coming up? Rookie. That's weird. Let me insert this, and that will fix it, I believe. So JK, manual import. Hold on one second, guys. I know this is rude. Not even talking to my followers. I'm trying to save this real quick, and then I'm going to show you my rankings. Okay, so rookie rankings. If it doesn't save this time properly, I'm going to do it later. But let me screenshot that. Yeah, that's right. That's right. These are my top 7. I was asked for my top 5, but I'm going to give you my top 7. Let me drag this on screen. And boom. My top 5 rookie running backs re-ranked right now this second. And Super Chat. Let me see if I missed any Super Chats. JP. Connor, Matt, thank you for the Super Chat. Connor and Chark for Clyde. Absolutely. In a heartbeat, Matt. How the hell you get those offers? I can't get those deals. JP, thanks for the super. Okay, I think I'm caught back up. If I missed any other Super Chats, please let me know. Okay, so Clyde, number 1. Jonathan Taylor, number 2. Ignore the values for the moment. Jonathan Taylor has a higher dynasty value than that. Probably more around. So Clyde's got the value of like a McCaffrey and Barkley. So if you're not an auction dynasty startup, you're going to see Clyde in like the $65 to $79 range, depending on your league. Now Taylor's probably going to go for like, what do you think Taylor would go for? I'm going to switch it right now. That part I haven't fixed yet. What would you pay for Taylor in a $200 auction league? I'm gonna let you help me tweak the dollar values of my dynasty rankings on Taylor. The trade was made and David Johnson for Mostert and Ertz. Mark Andrews and David Johnson for Mostert and Ertz. That's it. Jose, you're trading one questionable and good player for another questionable and good player because Ertz is getting older. $65, $60. I'd pay $100 for JT. $3, take it or leave it, says Ryan. I'd pay $55. I think $60 feels about right, so let's tweak that real quick. Jonathan Taylor. We'll put him at $50 for redraft. Maybe 48 for redraft, and let's try that on for size. This is a ranking session. You guys are helping me do rankings right now. This is how I tweak them, and I look at them, and I'll make adjustments after I've worked on them. So if I import that change real quick. Manual. Paste in the bad boy. Save it. Doing it live. Sleeper U. Rookie rankings. Screenshot that biatch. Only problem is James Robinson's too low now. So now we have this right here. So now we got to tweak James Robinson's value. I think James Robinson has about a $35, $40 value. So I'll tweak that later. But that's my rookie rankings. All right, guys. I hate to call it an early night. I'm gonna look and see if I missed any super chats, but my comments aren't even working. I've been live for an hour and a half. Not my longest show, I know, but I do have to catch some sleep. I will be going live tomorrow. So don't you worry about that. I don't see any other super chats. If I missed a super chat, if you super chatted me and I missed it, email me or send me a DM on. Better yet, send me a DM on IG. Let me give you my IG. If you super chatted me, don't lie to me either. I'll know who you are. DM me. You can DM me on IG anyway, but I mean, let me know if I missed a super chat, and you can find me at the.fantasyfootballshow on IG. So let me put IG on here. So DM me right now on IG if I missed your super chat, and I will respond to you. I just don't see my comments, so I could have missed it. And I don't want you to feel like I didn't take care of you. So follow me on IG anyway. In fact, right now, follow me on IG. I'll shout you out if you follow me. I'm going to pull it up right now. And any of the most recent followers, I'm going to shout you out and tell you thank you. Because my IG got locked up, and I'm starting from scratch. And we're building fast, though. But I'm trying to get back into my old account. It was like some kind of crazy, I don't know, algorithm mix-up, and they're not responding. Instagram is not responding. I thought about campaigning with you guys to get it back, have you guys speak up loud and clear, but they're not having it, and it's pissing me off that they're not responding to me. How many people we got in here? 98 watching. All right, people. I appreciate you. Anybody that followed recently. Brett, thank you. Beck, thank you. Robbie, I appreciate the follow on IG. And if you follow right when I'm leaving here, DM me. DM me on IG. And I'll try and take care of you. Until next time, people, which will be tomorrow, I will see you. And I appreciate all of you. Thank you for the super chats. Good night.